NuCalm has been around for over 20 years, commercially available for the past 12. And it used to be 4 components. Now it's 3 components. But in reality, we're dealing with 2 functions of the brain. The brain and the body communicate in only 2 ways, chemical messaging and electrical messaging. NuCalm is so predictable and effective because Dr. Holloway understood, hey, I need to manage both of these pathways to a direct outcome. And the direct outcome is to slow down and oscillate the brainwave function in theta. So we started on the biochemistry journey with the understanding that we wanted to supersaturate your brain chemistry with GABA A and GABA B. GABA A and GABA B are the body's primary, what's called an inhibitory neurotransmitter, the opposite of adrenaline. This puts the brakes on adrenaline. Without GABA, you will not live. It's a really important amino acid. So Dr. Holloway said, hey, if I want to slow down the brainwave and kind of slow down the monkey mind and cortisol and stress, I have to start with building the nutrients. How do I do this? Because the body is amazingly gifted at extracting a high yield of nutrients from food. It does a really bad job of extracting a high yield of nutrients from supplements. In fact, according to literature, it's about 7 to 11%, all right? So you're excreting about 89% of the supplement you buy in the toilet. Why is that? Because of the blood-brain barrier, because of the complexity of the body's metabolic processes. So we started in 2002 to 2008 with a wafer and a chewable supplement. 3 large chewable supplements. You chewed them up, you held them in your mouth, you swished around for 2 minutes, and then you swallowed them. These supplements were rich in GABA A and GABA B, L-Theanine, casein tryptic hydrolysate, and L-tyrosine. Basically a cornucopia of inhibitory neurotransmitters designed to slow down adrenaline. Slow down adrenaline. We started with this and it wasn't working. We did the neurotransmitter panels. Dr. Holloway was wholly unimpressed and he figured out, wait a second, something's not working here. I'm super saturating the brain and it's not working. The receptor site is not open to the GABA. So Dr. Holloway did what? He moved to Russia to study cranial electrotherapy stimulation. He did this not to do 100 hertz transcranial direct current stimulation. He brought in a stimulation device to do something called electrophoresis, to lower the cell wall membrane and open up the receptor site so the GABA would be absorbed. This is very complicated. The whole goal is simply disarm your adrenaline response and your resistance to what we're trying to do with the physics. So that's what we're trying to accomplish. 12 years ago, it was 3 chewable tablets and a stimulation device with neural patches behind the ears. 4 years of feeding people chewable supplements, we created transdermal cream. The cream was more absorbent, faster acting, and had the same elements of the chewable supplements. The cream went on your neck, here and here. Fast acting, still had the same issue with the cranial electrotherapy stimulation. We needed that electrophoresis and we needed that bond. Okay, 5 years, Dr. Holloway worked on inventing the biosignal processing disc. I know it looks simple. There is nothing simple about it. It took him 4 years working with a German physicist and a Chinese Shenzhen medicine expert to locate the frequencies of the amino acids that were in the cream. Everything in this world has a frequency. Everything has a vibration, everything has a pattern and a resonance. He located the frequencies and built what's called a molecular copy of the frequencies of what was in the cream. Once that was done, then we had to do alchemy and titrate it and figure out what the balance was. But that disc holds the recipe like a tuning fork of the amino acids that were in the cream. We no longer need the stimulation device. We don't need the cream. We don't need the chewable supplements. We don't need any of it. What we're doing now is using vibration, frequency, and resonance to deliver to the brain a signal. And just like a tuning fork, once the frequency of GABA, the cells in the brain start oscillating at that frequency. That's what we've done. Now the manufacturing process is incredible and proprietary, but just to give you a little semblance of what it is. There's a signature and a recipe of frequencies, a molecular copy of the NuCalm cream, in addition to the signal of the vagus nerve and the hypothalamus that is imprinted in a Tesla coil onto a 6-layer multi-wave oscillator invented by George Zukovsky, the Russian inventor in the 1930s. That is a powerful piece of equipment you have in that disc. It is held in a Faraday bag, anti-static bag. It keeps it inert and protected. The disc is incredible. It's powerful, it's effective, and will work every time. If and when you take it out of that bag, it becomes vulnerable. Vulnerable to what? Vulnerable to EMFs. So do not put it next to a laptop or on your phone because it'll erase the frequencies. Other than that, the disc can be used one time only. There's enough energy in there for you to use it for a couple hours. You use the disc, you throw it out. In the event that you kind of want to take the edge off for the rest of the day, you can wear the disc for the rest of the day. That is the biosignal processing disc. It is an incredible invention, and it is part of our continuous improvement from chewable supplements with a catalyst of a cranial electrotherapy stimulation to a transdermal cream with a catalyst of cranial electrotherapy stimulation, now to a disc. Easier to use, more effective, and more affordable.